with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Foxborough from the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And some strong running. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Dolphins have got him. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. And in the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, here's Tua, sliding out of the pocket. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Gaskin. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
8 yards to go on second down. They'll run now with Gaskin. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Tua going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 1 at the Dolphins' 40-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun.
They fake the give. Newton. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Harris. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Harris. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots have taken the lead. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Looking to pass. Tua. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Palardy, on to punt. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, Michelle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, they headlined the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. This is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Play action. Now it's Tua. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they can't bring him down. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Newton.
And oh, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Newton. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Jakeem Grant now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. This is Gaskin on the carry. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
2nd and 11.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Cam goes out wide quickly. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Grant on the return.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Going deep here for Parker.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be second down. A quick pass out to Aguilar. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Flush to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A really good pickup of 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 12.
Another run with Gaskin. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings us 3rd down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Michel. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Newton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Newton. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton, he completes it right side to White. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, here's Tua. Flushed out right. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. A scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
We saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. That left arm, pretty underrated in terms of strength.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Newton. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
the Patriots first down. First and 10.
A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton.
Forced out to his left. Got the connection here to Bourne. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Sliding out of the pocket. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now Newton.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Open man is Bourne. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He'll get this underneath to Michelle.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Cam to throw.
He finds Aguilar over the middle.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Throwing is Newton.
Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Newton.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
One last throw here for Newton. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Patriots have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And partner,